Hey guys, our Danny here. Sorry about this lighting. It's like all super dark around me because it's super gloomy outside and the lighting in my room is not the greatest. Anyway, so for today's video, I'm going to be doing a book discussion on the Shadowhunters Codex by Cassandra Clare and Joshua Lewis. And I believe Joshua Lewis did the art, but do not quote me on that one. Anyways, for those of you who do not know, this is a companion novel to the Mortal Instruments series and the Infernal Devices series. Okay, so first off, if you've been here for a while, you already know this, but if you are new to this channel, this is going to be a little tidbit of information for you that you should hold on to. It's that when I am reading a book, nothing makes me happier than when extra effort is put into it. And by extra effort, I mean art. Like if, for example, the cover is really pretty. If it's a nice cover, I will enjoy it. A bonus is if there is something unique about the hardcover. If it's a hardcover and you have a design on the hardcover, or like something more original than the stark black and silver writing, if you have something more original like that, I love that kind of thing. This one is like this nice velvety cover, and it has the gold engraving on it, the gold engraving on the side, which that gives you a bonus. But what I like even more is the extra mile, when there is different things throughout that add to the reader's perception of the story, like inside cover artwork like this with all the different characters, and on this side too for Infernal Devices and the Mortal Instruments. And then to top it all off, there are pictures on the inside. There are hand-drawn portraits of everything, and I love it. I love when authors go the extra mile in the production of their books, because it just makes me feel great. And I will say right now, when I do eventually publish a novel, I'm going the extra 10 miles, and this is gonna be super pretty. I love artwork. I am for sure gonna put artwork inside novels because I just love how it looks, and I think it's just so much prettier, and I love it. Anyway, on to the novel. So this is basically, it's a codex. It is what every new Shadowhunter is given to learn from. So this book basically teaches you how you too can become a Shadowhunter, and it addresses you as if you are actually in the shadow world and you are ascending, forgot the word, if you are ascending to become a Shadowhunter. This is all that you need to know. It talks about different weapons, choosing your different weapons, what training you should go through. It tells you about different runes. It tells you about different downworlders and demons and everything, and I love it. And also in this, there are little footnotes. There is writing on here because it was as if this is Clary's copy, the main character in the Mortal Instruments. This is Clary's copy of the Codex, and she has written little notes in the sidebars of what she needs to remember, what she thinks of certain things, and also Jace and Simon have also gotten into her book and have put in their own sayings. Jace has answered her questions, Simon has been witty, and it really reflects their characters, and I really like that because it's a handbook without losing the fact that there are characters involved in this story. But I really liked it. It was a little dry at some points when you're like, okay, I really couldn't care less about any of this, and even in some of them, Clary had written, like, just skip this. Like, I just made the mistake of reading it, and it's so boring. But of course I read it, because I was like, well, what did she skip? And then I was like, well, that was boring. I did not need to know that. One thing that I wanted to point out that stuck out for me, once again, if you're new here, you don't know this, but you may know that in Mortal Instruments, my all-time favorite character in Mortal Instruments is Alec Lightwood. He is my favorite. He is my favorite. I love him. And my second favorite, or equal favorite, depending on the day, is Magnus Bane. The High Warlock of Brooklyn. I absolutely adore Magnus. And I think he's beautiful, and I love him and Alex's relationship. But they put like a little tidbit in here, Cassandra put a little tidbit in here for if you have read both the Mortal Instruments and the Infernal Devices. And I actually bookmarked it because I wanted to read it, and I highlighted it. They're talking about portals and how the portal was created, and it says the first successful portal was created in 1878, a collaboration between Henry Branwell, we met Henry in the Infernal Devices, Henry Branwell, then head of the London Institute, and a warlock whose name history unfortunately does not record. And I read that and I was like, it is Magnus. Magnus was there. If you've read the Infernal Devices, you know that Henry and Magnus created the first portal together. So I just thought it was funny. It was like, oh, a warlock whose name is not noted, and everyone's like, oh my god, it was Magnus, because you know that because you've read. So I really like that there's like little hints where you don't actually have to have read both series to read this book, but if you have read both series, there are little things that you will understand that others maybe won't. Ooh, and another thing that I really loved is at the end here, there are portraits of all the characters. So like there's drawing of Jace over here, there's Jonathan, and there's Alec, and then on the next page, Magnus and Isabel. Then you have Simon and Luke, followed by, I believe, Valentine and Jordan, which is super weird saying someone with my name, but Valentine and Jordan, and acknowledgements and everything. But yes, I really, really loved it. It was a great companion. It went the extra mile as far as companions go, so I really liked it. Okay, so next Tuesday is actually the last Tuesday of November, so I will be doing my November wrap-up and my December to be read. Yeah, and that's really all I have to say. So please comment what you thought in this video, and please subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every Tuesday, and I am Iridania, and thank you for watching.